Good morning, my dear children. So today we are going to study about a new concept, that is total internal reflection. For that I consider two medium, that is water and air. And here you can see this is a normal I drawn here, and we all know that when a ray of light travels from a denser medium to rarer medium, we know that water is denser than air. So when a ray of light travels from a denser medium to rarer medium, we know that what happens to the refracted ray? Yes, the refracted ray deviates away from the normal. So this is the normal, it will deviate like this. So it will, the refracted ray will deviates away from the normal. So this is R and this is I. And again, if you are increasing the angle of incidence, again the angle of refracted ray will go like this. Again, if we are increasing again the angle of incidence, what happened? At a certain or at a particular angle of incidence, the refracted ray will come parallel to the surface of separation. The refracted ray will come parallel to the surface of separation, and this refracted ray and this normal, the angle will be 90 degree, and this angle we call it as critical angle. Critical angle. So what do you mean by critical angle? When a ray of light travels from higher optical density to that of lower optical density, the angle of incidence at which the angle of refraction become 90 degree. That is known as the critical angle. So then again, if we are, so we know that the critical angle of water is 48.6. critical angle water angle of incidence, if we measure the angle of incidence, it will be 48.6. At that angle of incidence, that refracted ray will come parallel to the surface of separation. So this ray is 48.6 degree. This ray is 48.6 degree. And again, if you are increasing more than that of 48.6 degree, what happens? When a ray of light more than 48 normally we can say 50 or 51 or 52, whatever it is, what happens? The refracted ray will the refraction will not occur here. It will reflect into the same medium. It will reflect into the same medium, and this phenomena we call it as total internal reflection. That means when a ray of light travels from a higher optical density to that of lower optical density at an angle of incidence greater than that of critical angle, what happens? That at that time the refraction will not occur. It will reflect into the same medium, and this process we called it as total internal reflection. മനസ്സിലായല്ലോ അല്ലേ? ഇവിടെ ray of light critical angle of water എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, critical angle of water is 48.6. So at that time we can see that the refracted angle comes parallel to the surface of separation. That is, this refracted angle idum thammil 90 degree ആയിരിക്കും. That is known as critical angle. So when this total internal reflection happens, when the angle of incidence is greater than that of critical angle. So at that time the angle of incidence will be 48.6. If we increase, that means 51 or 52 like that, what happens? The refracted ray, the refraction will not occur. It will reflect into the same medium, and this process we call it as total internal reflection. So for occurring total internal reflection, two conditions wants to satisfy. That means a ray of light must travel from a denser medium to rarer medium, and the second one is the angle of incidence is more than that of the critical angle. The angle of incidence will be more than that of the critical angle. Then only total internal reflection will occur. Okay, hope all of you understood this concept. Thank you.